I want to read to you today out of the book of Psalms, and I will be using the King James Version to catch that. Just one verse of Psalms chapter 90, verse number 12. It says, "So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts wisdom." It seems like with everything going on in the world today and our nation, that really easy to get lost in time. Easy to get what day it is. Twice already this week. I know. Already twice this week. I've lost track of days. Somebody was telling me we were going to do something on Wednesday, and I said, okay, so that'll be a Wednesday. And he looked at me and said, Damon, tomorrow is Wednesday, obviously. I thought, oh, how did I miss that? The things have just been so, I don't know, chaotic, I guess, that time hasn't really changed. And with the quarantine that has gone on for so long now, it's hard for me to keep track of what day it is, where I'm supposed to be, and what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I thought, Lord, help me. What do I need to do? And this scripture just says, teach us to number our days so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. We need to apply our hearts to wisdom. Not only that, first it says, teach us to number our days. When we go through life and we don't even consider what day it is, what day tomorrow is, what's going to happen next week. You know, I've always heard the phrase, if you plan to fail, or if you fail to plan, then plan to fail. Basically saying, if you don't know what you're doing tomorrow, you may not do what you need to get done. My way of putting it. So we've got to learn to number our days and figure them out and get them planned. I tell you, I've told you many times, I'm not a list maker. I don't like lists. I'm annoying. That's just my personality. Please don't be mad at me. Lists are very helpful. Lists are usually necessary. Stacy loves lists, and if I don't make one, she makes them for me. And so, but they come in handy. I will admit, and if I want her to know that, I'll tell her. But they do. They come in, and she's sitting in the other room. They come in handy, and I need them. And I've got to learn, especially now in this day when I can't even remember what day it is. I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing tonight, what I'm doing tomorrow. Then lists become very important. And it keeps you on track. I encourage you, plan your days. Plan the days ahead of you. Number our days, not just tomorrow or tonight, but also through the week and next week. And I'm not talking about detailed plans where you have every single moment of every single day planned out. And I know some of you do that, and that's cool. But you got to get organized somehow so that we can remember these things. Because if you're in the same boat I'm in, I'm praying for you, because we need something to keep us on track. When we get back to our regular routine at church, where we have Sunday morning and Sunday night and Wednesday night church, I think that'll help a whole lot. That's where I've been missing out in Sunday school and everything, because my routine has. Are you a creature of habit? I am. Pretty bad. And when my habit gets broken, when my routine gets broken, I get almost confused. And I forget where I am, and I'm thinking that's happened this last couple of weeks, because I just am not in my routine like normal, and I can't wait. I'm a creature of habit. What can I say? I want routine. That's okay. I think you understand that. Second part of that verse says that we may apply our hearts wisdom. Our world, chaos that our world has fallen into has nothing to. People think they're so smart. People think they're right, that their opinion is the only opinion, and they won't even listen to other people. And let me tell you, sometimes in our lives, in our world, your opinion's wrong. Don't get mad at me. There are times my opinion's wrong. There are times that, we hear something, and this just really is, find it fun that people can read something from one person and think that it is the absolute truth when really that person just made it up. I was never so disappointed, and I may be wrong in this because I think I've heard it from one person. But just hear me out. I was never so disappointed as when I heard Wikipedia. What that is, it's like an online encyclopedia where you can go to and look stuff up and find out, information. It's not written as an encyclopedia. Regular people can put stuff on there, add to it. When people add to things, they don't always add the truth. And I was using that as a source for truth and everything. And then I realized, hey, wait a minute. I could be wrong in this. This has no truth in it. It's just somebody's opinion. We get so caught up in those things that if we're not careful, before you know it, we're rioting in the streets. We're beating people. We're catching things on fire and throwing bricks through windows and all for what? Because we think we're right. We want to be right. I don't find it logical, and I have a hard time. And I know my logic's probably different from everybody else's, but I don't see how tearing somebody's property up is a form of protest. It's not going to help the people that are hurting. It's only going to hurt other people. Sunday, the scripture I used was, do not repay evil with evil. And that's what's happening in our world. Things that shouldn't be, that shouldn't happen. People are taking it and repaying evil with evil. Don't get caught up in that cycle, because it's not a good cycle, righteous cycle. No, it leads you. So that's just my opinion, right? What has happened to people that they think whatever they do, whatever is the right? You may not like, and here I go again, personal revelations, personal opinions. There are certain people in the world that when I hear their voice, it's like I get a tick or something, because the sound of their voice irritates me. There was one such man several years ago, an unknown. Nobody knew him from me. Nobody knew what was on. Nobody, and it was all good. The minute I heard him, the minute I heard what he was saying, I couldn't back anything up with facts. I couldn't back anything up with anything, but I got this feeling down in my spirit, down in myself. that man's a liar. And it didn't matter what I did and what I tried to learn from him or about him. From then on, whenever he came on, because he was a TV personality, whenever he began to speak, whenever I turned it off, could not stand, listen to it. Now, that was my opinion, and I know that. And other people love him. Other people can't wait for him to come on. And that's great. That's your opinion. That's fine. Doesn't make mine right and yours wrong. And I understand that. But if there's somebody you really hate, maybe you need to stop and look. What about her? What about him? Come on. Scripture says that we should apply our hearts unto wisdom. Find out. Find out. I think we'll all be better off for it. We can't just go on blind with our blinders on and think everything's going fine, everything's good. Our world is crumbling before us. Our world is falling apart. We can't let it affect us. Because I know I'm waiting for Jesus' return. I'm ready to go to heaven. I can't let this drag me down. And something gets in me, makes me hate, then it's something gets in me, makes me negative, then it's wrong. Lord, help me. Show me your love. Show me your help me to others. Would you pray with me? Lord Jesus, I just come to you tonight and I ask you to be with us and hands upon us. Ask you to teach us what is right. Help us, Lord, to number our days and apply our hearts unto wisdom. Lord, we need wisdom in this world. We need wisdom in this life. We need you to teach us that wisdom. And I pray, Lord, that you just pour out your Holy Spirit us upon, as your word says, upon all flesh. Lord, we're waiting. We're hungry. I give you praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you Sunday morning, all right? God bless you. Bye.